Alright guys, today, whoops, I'm working on, I believe it's a Husky. Husky CV43. USA made, and it does have a man's name on it. Hoyt, H-O-Y-T. So this, somebody was proud of it at one time. So let's clean it up, make it look nice. It's a little stiff, but it works good. I mean, it's got positive latch, but I'm sure it's dry. Excuse me. Now, getting this apart. I really need a third hand here. Why do I always have the hardest time getting this clip out? For some reason I can't get my... There it goes. Come here. Alright, let me take my glasses off so I can see better. There it is. It's just dry. It's really good shape by the looks of it. It just needs to be cleaned up. I think I might have $1 invested in this thing maybe. I bought it from the pawn shop. I got less than $1 in it. I think I got like 50, 60 cents maybe. But it's dry as a bone. This thing definitely needs some service. Whoops. What I'll do is I'm going to pull this E-clip out of here and then pull everything apart. If I don't lose the E-clip, which I have done before, there. Pop the E-clip off. The spring fell out. Show you. A little spring goes in there, down in there, and then this pawl rides on the back of that. And there's another spring right there, and it rides in that pocket. That I have to be careful with. That's it, just needs some cleaning. Yeah, let's see all this stuff here. I'm trying to show you a little closer. Sometimes I get out of frame. I guess whoever owned this used it, looks like. It's got some use on it, but it's not abused. Most of the time when people write their names on something, they use it at work. Yeah, I don't know. Husky being USA made Husky, it's not a cheap tool back then. I'm sure it was expensive. This was probably 1960s, maybe 70s. You know what? Before I go any further, let's grab a magnet. Put that, and those. This I'm going to set aside so I don't lose. The rest of it I'm going to leave on the magnet so I don't lose. I think I have one similar to this. I have to look to see what brand it is. I can't remember if it's a Husky or not though. It's actually, that part of it was dry. The grease was dry on it. I think that's what this is. Just dry grease. And some of these tools, like I said before, they get passed down in the family and winds up with someone who doesn't know what to do with it or how to use it. Yeah, it's old dry grease there. And you know, winds up in estate sales or pawn shops or whatever. It's actually a good tool. I mean, it's not junk. You know, everybody nowadays has to have the 102 tooth or whatever. I still use an old S&K, and it's old too. It's probably 40, 50 tooth. I don't know. I never taken it apart. That's one wrench I've never taken apart and cleaned, but I use it pretty regularly. Yeah, that's cleaned. I'll leave that like that. Doesn't need anything. I think what I'll do is I'll run this over the wire wheel. I may give this a run over the wire wheel. I may even polish this a little bit, see what it looks like. The man was proud enough to write his name on it. Might as well make it look good for him. See what we get. guys. Polished it a little bit, but my dummy self did not think about cleaning the inside. I'm glad I didn't, now that I think about it. I should have cleaned this earlier, but it's got that compound in there now. Dry grease. Let's see. Little brass brush here. Yeah. Tell you what, let's do this. Switch this one. Alright, let's see if I've got greased. Yeah, that's the grooves. Let's see if you guys can. Inside looks a whole lot better. Doesn't take a lot. No grease buildup. Cleaned. Alright. Alright, let's rinse it off one more time, just to get the trash out of it. Here you can see pile of dirt. Look at that, grease. Just looking in here at the bottom, see if there's anything. Yeah. Nope. Not really nothing to speak of. Okay. So we're ready to go back together. Now, we get a brush, a little grease. We'll grease the inside here a little bit. Grease this. Just film. I mean, it's not a whole lot. I do not have a lot of stuff. So, okay. Dummy me's got to remember here. This goes like so. Okay. So that goes. Okay. Oh. Shoot. Darn it. I forgot to clean the paw. Well, that sucks. It's got stuff all over it. It's old dry grease all over it. I think this might be the original grease from factory. Hang on. What that is, old dry grease. All right, now I can go back to work screwing up like I was. That spring goes down in there like that. My spring, my pick's got a little magnetism to it. Got dirt on the screwdriver. Hang on. Now, I lost track of what I was doing. Sorry. Gotta turn this just enough to get that cog on there. See, I gotta turn this to get that cog right there. That's what I want. Maybe. There. Like that. Now I can put the clip on. No, I can't. Can't put the clip on, stupid. You got the other part to put on. There. Now I'm doing something wrong. What am I doing wrong here? Hang on. No. See, I take things apart and I don't remember how to put it back together. That's all right. I'll figure it out. It can't be that hard. Or maybe it is for me anyways. Now, which spring goes on this? I think it's that one. Because that turns like this. I swore this turned and went in between these two, like that. This goes on top with the spring right there. Well, see, that's the problem. Every time I do that, I release this I need to press down and get, there's a tiny little hole right there. That spring here, I've got to get it. I can't see it. And this pops loose, just like that. Okay, turn just slightly. That fits like that. I'm trying to get that spring in that slot like that. Let's see if, got it. Whew. Now, got it all together. I don't know if I got this, I got it on video or not, but it's not easy. Now, a pair of needle nose. And then this little cup, this little slot rides there. And it turns it left, right, left, right. That little slot rides inside that cup. And you can see the little, see that little indentate, that right there, that bottom plate, which is this little plate here, has to fit on in between there. And that's what causes that to, oh man, that's hard to do with your fingernail. Okay, let's turn it with this key. There. See, there's the other corner right there. Anyways, you guys probably already know this. Probably don't need to see it, but anyway, I showed you. Somebody out there. I'm just giving it a slight, nothing fancy. And then the inside of these gear, this gear ring, with a little grease. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't know if I'll take it to work. I thought about taking it to work, but I may leave it. I may put it in that junk toolbox I'm building. Okay, dummy. You remember how to put this? This goes in first, like that. And then I've got to drop this in to where that dog ear fits into that slot. Right? Like that. That's it. Now, put the ring. And what I don't like about these, if I got a habit of pressing down and it wants to pop the ring assembly out. So what I need to do, if I can start the clip, well, once I start the clip in the corner there, then I can start it working it around. I'm pushing. Come on. Once I get the edge of the clip in the ring, then I can start working it in. Kind of like that. And we're in. Man, it sounds good. Sounds good. That spring has a lot, that little spring in the back of this thing has a lot of tension. I mean, you can feel, you can hear it. All right, let's wipe this thing down since I've got all that cleaner, or that polishing compound, excuse me, all over it. And throw a little coat of wax on it. Call her good. And it really didn't do a whole lot to this thing. My fingers are nasty. All right, let's give it a little wax here. This is cleaner wax. The wax helps protect the tool from water and radiator fluid, whatever I use it on. I don't think this thing will see a whole lot of action, but you never know. Depends where it winds up, what toolbox it winds up in. I didn't do like the greatest polishing job on this. It's just a good old tool, good functioning tool. I really, you know, there's no need to make it a trophy piece. It's not a very valuable ratchet, but it is a good usable ratchet. 3/8 drive ratchet. All right, guys, present you a nice presentable Husky CB43 USA. And it's got a patent number on it. And the man's name is still there. Hoyt. I mean, you can see, if you look real close, you can see parts that I didn't polish as well as I did some others. But I hit like the spots that were damaged, like sitting in a toolbox. That's just from rattling around, those indentations and being dropped and things like that. But, and then the knurling, you can see where he used a hammer or something, or another wrench on it and tried to break a fastener loose. But hey, I got a good 3/8 drive, US made, good quality steel. It's really good condition for less than $1. I mean, a little tune up, a little clean up, and it's well worth the money. And it's Husky. Let me go see my toolbox, see if I've got another. I got one similar, I think, to this. Hang on. Well, I have a newer Husky with an E-clip, but I haven't even cleaned it yet. I know I got one. I just don't know where it's at. It must be in one of my toolboxes sitting in one of the vehicles. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Would you have spent your time cleaning it up? I don't know, I would. It's a good usable tool. Subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm doing. I try to bring old junky tools back to a good usable condition. I mean, nothing fancy. It's not wall art. It's not, this is not a trophy piece by any means. But if you need a good wrench to do a job, something like this out of the pawn shop or thrift store or estate sale, garage sale, wherever you're at, for $1 or less, this is well worth the money. And you don't need the best and the greatest wrench to do 98% of the jobs. Very few positions do you need a 3/8 drive with 102 teeth where you just got just a click to turn. If you're in that position, you probably ought to take more off of the motor or the block or whatever you're working on. I haven't seen medical equipment that's even harder than some of the newer automotive engines are to work on. The clearance and the space that's on medical equipment is when I say medical equipment, I mean everything from surgical tables to x-ray machines. They're very compact, very dense. And when I say dense, I mean everything's packed into a size of a fist. All your wiring, your cables, your hydraulic lines, and yes, there is hydraulic lines on your equipment, medical equipment. So yeah, very few times do you need a $200 ratchet to get into a tight spot. And if it is that tight, normally we strip it all the way down to get to what we need to. So anyways, another soapbox, I need to shut up. Ladies and gentlemen, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Like I said, subscribe. And hope you enjoy it. Have a good day and enjoy the rest of the week. Bye.